Hinikaragiwi. Welcome to the HoChunk Grammar video series. This video is a second video of 6. Here we will discuss word order. This is a beginner's video on word order, sometimes called syntax of the HoChunk language. Here we cover some basics for you to get started. The word order discussed in this video is a basis for the grammar topics in the rest of the videos in this series. However, we cannot include all HoChunk word order situations in this relatively short video. So let's begin.
We'll start with the basic framework of the HoChunk sentence, which is subject-object-verb, or SOV. Of course, this framework has other types of words attached to it, like openings, endings, articles, adjectives, adverbs, and possessives, and the like. We'll discuss a few of these as well. As far as word types go, we'll discuss articles, a, the, etc., possessives for objects and for relationship terms, declarative, statement, sentence endings, imperative or command sentence endings, and nouns of direct address, or who you're talking to. As far as complete sentence word order goes, we will cover some forms of declarative sentences or statements, and some forms of imperative sentences or commands. Interrogative sentences or questions will be covered in their own video.
Declarative sentence endings.
Declarative sentences end in na or shana. Speakers often shorten these, and na is often eliminated altogether, depending on where the speaker is from. But some of our elder teachers told us to write them out in their entirety when we are teaching. Therefore, we are going to use these full endings in these videos.
Noun phrases.
We'll start with noun phrases. We can plug noun phrases into the subject slot and or object slot within our formula SOV, which we will discuss a little later. An easy thing to start with is how to place an article with a noun. This means saying things that mean a girl, a car, the baby, etc. A and the are articles in English. Here are two charts, one with a few nouns and one with 2 articles. In our examples, we'll choose one word from each chart to get a HoChunk noun phrase.
Nouns.
Hinogink, girl. Wajadide, car. Nigstank, nigstank, baby. Shunk, dog.
Article.
Ra,
Na,
va, hija,
an.
Combining one term from each list, we can get 8 different noun phrases, including shunkija, meaning a dog, and shunkra, meaning the dog. Noun plus possessive term.
As far as noun phrases go, we can also put nouns and possessives together.
For objects, we can use hanina for his, her, or its, hanina for my, and hashinina for your, singular. Let's look at another list of nouns and an object-possessives list. More nouns.
Wajantide,
car,
Waminak, chair, Wahinrin, ball, Irokite, phone.
Possessives were discussed in video 1.
In HoChunk declarative sentences, verbs come after objects. Remember the SOV order: subject, object, and verb. After we have our subject, object, and verb in place, we will add a declarative sentence ending. Declarative sentences are statements as opposed to questions or commands.
Past tense endings in these examples.
na, use after a vowel. Shana, use after a consonant.
Here are some sentences using one term from each grouping to form sentences.
Sentences with subject phrase, object phrase, verb, and past tense ending.
Nik chankira. Pech. Hanina. Unehi na. The baby threw her bottle.
He anchida Wajandide hijan, Widuina. His father sold a car.
Hikiroke raga. Irokit era. Rui na. Your grandmother bought the phone.
He uninaga Wamina kanina hajana. Your mother saw my chair. Third person implied he, she, or it for subject.
All the above examples are sentences with third-person subjects, which means they are all he, she, or it sentences. If a third-person sentence has no explicit subject, the subject is he, she, or it, depending on the context of the sentence. If we use the above sentences as examples, but eliminate the stated subject phrases, which become he, she, or it, the sentences become the following.
Pech anina unehina. She threw her bottle. What you did, Asia? We doina. He sold a car.
Irokit Asia, Ruina. She bought a phone. Wamina kanina jana. She saw my chair.
We would know by context who the subject is.
Third person implied, him, her, it for object.
Comparably, if we don't state an object, the object is implied and means him, her, or it. Here are some examples.
Nik chankira. Unehi na. The baby threw it.
He anchada Widuina. My father sold it. He krokeraga Ruina. Your grandmother bought it.
He uniraga hajana. Your mother saw it.
We would know by context what the object is.
Third person implied for both subject and object.
Then, if there's no subject or object, both meanings are implied.
Unehina. She threw it.
Widuina. He sold it. Ruina. She bought it. Hajana. She saw it.
We would know by context who or what the subject is and who or what the object is.
Sentences with verbs that don't need objects.
Also, there are verbs that don't need an object to go with it. These are called intransitive verbs. In these cases, a simple formula is merely subject phrase plus verb plus ending.
Hidekira washina. His uncle danced. Chuiraga nawana. Your aunt sang.
Ichoke hada hidawa haschana. My grandfather drove. Hikroke hada waruch una. My grandmother cooked.
Imperative sentences.
Imperative sentences come in command forms, including immediate and delayed, as well as in polite request forms. You can blank if you blank. In this video, we will talk about immediate and delayed command forms. Although they are called commands, they usually aren't overly bossy sounding, but can be. A beginning formula for imperatives is this: object phrase plus verb plus imperative word.
Re means do it, said to one person. Ne is the command form after a nasalized vowel. Imperative sentences, commands, requests to one person.
Wakekina unehide. Throw the ball. Washadide hanina. Hira wahazde. Drive my car.
Irokite hashinina wiruine. Sell your phone. Waske shoruzda rujare. Wash the bowl.
As with the declarative sentences, if there is no object phrase, we can consider the object to be it, him, or her.
Imperative sentences with implied object.
Unehide. Throw it. Hira wahazde. Drive it.
Wiruine. Sell it. Rujare. Wash it.
With verbs that don't need an object to go with it, an imperative sentence formula can be as simple as two parts.
Washide. Dance.
Nawane. Sing. Changejeshkajde. You're telling them where to play because you don't want them. They're noisy in the house. You can go outside and play and make noise out there and not bother people. Haginane. Go back to sleep.
Delayed imperatives.
The following examples show just one of the several forms of polite imperatives. Sometimes you want someone to do something in their own time. For example, you may wish for someone to do something at some point, but not immediately. Or you may ask something of mauna.
Aje is the singular term used in these sentences.
We will be using the following verbs.
Kiri, hokun, gijire, hirakara, nacho-jan. Hokuanje, give it to him. Gijiraje, help her. Hirakaraje, take care of him.
Delayed request to particular persons or beings.
Mauna, hikiroke hara, hirakaraje. Earthmaker, watch over my grandmother. Mauna, hichoke hira, nacho janje. Earthmaker, pity, bless his grandfather. Mauna, hisunk hara, gijiraje. Earthmaker, help my younger brother. Mauna, hinukira, hirakaraje. Earthmaker, take care of her daughter.
In this video, we have told you about basic word order and sentence endings for statements and commands. Furthermore, we reviewed possessive terms and introduced additional noun and verb vocabulary. We discussed word order for noun phrases, object phrases, how to use them in subject-object-verb sentences, and the meaning of an implied subject or object in a HoChunk sentence. Finally, we discussed immediate and delayed imperative command sentences. We tried to keep it simple by only giving the he, she, and it versions of the verbs, and by using past tense sentences when making statements. We will not include I, you, and other verb conjugations in this series. We hope you will remember the points discussed and the examples given in this video. More importantly, we hope you begin to put HoChunk words together in the correct order. Thank you for watching. Jige Hanuchakjawi. See you again.
To learn more HoChunk language, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel at HoChunk Renaissance. You can also follow us on Facebook, hit the like button for new notifications. You can also quiz yourself on Quizlet, type in HoChunk Renaissance to see the content.